Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today is our Sunday Sunshine Show and our topic for today is healthy snacks. So a healthy lunch or snack or whatever. So I've done a selection of healthy snacks that I like to eat and I've tried to make them high in protein because protein keeps you fuller, it helps with all your muscles. So if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. As I say, it's in collaboration with the Transatlantic Housewives of YouTube. So I've got two YouTube friends, Tina from Tina's Talk Time and Marie Busy Bee Marie lives in Las Vegas, hence our name, Transatlantic Housewives. So anyway, let the ladies introduce themselves and then I'll get straight into the video. This is a high protein wrap. So here I've got some sweet corn, frozen sweet corn. I've just put in the bowl. No need to defrost it because we're going to cook this. I've got a can of no drain tuna. And I've got some red onion that I've chopped up. So I'm going to mix this together. And I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise. If you wanted to, you could add some yogurt or some sour cream. But I'm just going to add a little bit of mayonnaise just to bind it together. You can also add some chili flakes if you want to make it, a bit more spicy. I've done that before, that's nice. So I'm just going to put some olive oil into the bottom of the frying pan. And this is my protein tortilla wraps. Because protein does keep you fuller for longer. And that's what the dietitians that all seem to be raving about now, isn't it? Is getting your protein. So I put it into the pan. And then you just top your filling on top of the tortilla. This is a super quick, easy dish. You could have it for lunch or a snack, or even as your evening meal with some salad. It's just something different. So then I'm just going to put a sprinkle of grated cheese on, and that makes it all nice and tasty and gooey. And again, you've got your protein in your cheese, you've got it in the tuna, you've got it in the tortilla. So just going to let that warm through, spread it all around and then put the top on. So push it down, especially around the edges, just to sort of seal it. And then flip it over. Goes nice and crispy, it's nice and warm. And then it's ready to serve. And you could just cut these into little triangle shapes and they look lovely and they're delicious. Another favourite of mine, very simple, boiled eggs and soldiers. Eggs are full of protein, you can have 2 or 3 eggs and they are going to keep you full. Another snack that I have quite often is prawns with sweet chilli sauce, as you can see here. It's nice if you just get the munchies in the evening, and sometimes I'll just have them with some chili flakes sprinkled on the top. So again, they are full of protein. There is 24 grams of protein per 100 grams of prawns. Another protein meal I like is toast with avocado. Different toppings. Very often I'll have wholemeal bread and I'll toast it and put avocado on top. Top it with prawns and add a few chili sprinkles. Absolutely scrummy. Super easy, nice and filling. And it's a nice lunch, isn't it, to have? Or brunch even. I buy fresh prawns in Aldi. I think they're $1.99 for a little punnet. And you know that you can make them nash, you can eat them out over a couple of days. Super tasty, just a few chili flakes, just gives it a little bite. You can even add feta, that goes nice with prawns and avocado, or eggs as well. Eggs is a good complement for avocado. I love a boiled egg. Obviously if you've got high cholesterol you might have to be careful how many eggs you have, but very often I'll have 3. Absolutely love a boiled egg. But eggs are a super value meal and full of protein. Same with porridge oats, we have this a lot. I just cook this in the microwave, just mix some basic porridge oats. Very often I'll do half milk and water, just so I'm not too keen on too much milk myself, but you can make it with any kind of milk, your protein milk, soy milk, whatever milk you use. As I say, I have half milk and water. I like pomegranate seeds. If they're in season, I'll pick some of those, and sometimes I'll just put on some low sugar granola and a bit of honey. Sometimes I top them with raspberries or strawberries, whatever fruits I have. Even sometimes I'll chop up a banana. I always think this time of year it's nice to have some soups. It doesn't matter if they're not homemade. This is an onion soup and absolutely gorgeous. It's a Heinz onion soup, and I'm just serving this with some granary bread, and it's a high protein granary bread that I got in Aldi. Baked beans on toast, another protein packed meal. You could even add a bit of grated cheese. So I'm just making the breakfast for Mick and I tomorrow, but this is a snack you could have if you wanted to any time of the day, and it's overnight oats. You've probably made this before, it's quite popular, and all you need is some Greek style yogurt. You can have fat free or you can have whatever percent fat Greek yogurt that you like. And I've got some raspberries that I've washed in here, so nice big chunky raspberries. You can use any fruit, and I just buy the cheap porridge oats. These were, I can't remember if these were Aldi or Home Bargains or Lidl, one of the cheap shops. I just buy the cheap ones, they're about sort of 50-60p, something like that, depending where you get them from. And we have some chia seeds. I need to get some more of these. Again, you can get these in any health food shops, even all the supermarkets do them, even Home Bargains. And then I've got some honey. So all I'm going to do is in this bowl here, I'm just going to mix some Greek yogurt. So we're going to have 2 big chunky tablespoons each. Nice and creamy. I love Greek yogurt. And I always used to have fat free, but now it doesn't worry me about the fat. I think it's the protein that's more important, and so I don't worry about having fat free anymore. And then in this bowl, let me turn you down actually, you can actually see what I'm doing. So I put 4 big tablespoonfuls of this yogurt. Let's bring you in a bit closer so you can actually see that way. And I'm going to just pour in some of the porridge oats, probably about the same amount, I'd say roughly, but I just pour them in until I get the right sort of mix that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to tip some of them on there, and they are going to swell up in the night because I'm going to put this in the fridge. Let's just try that. That's probably about 3 tablespoonfuls. I'm just going to mix that together. So it's all mixed in. As I say, the porridge is going to swell. Well, it's not porridge at this stage, is it? So it's oats. Porridge oats. Okay, so that's the consistency I like. So it's not too solid at the moment because you do need to leave some room for it to swell. And then what I'm going to do is mixing some raspberries. So I'm just going to put in some raspberries. And you can use any fruit. You can use blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever you like. Put a couple more in. And honestly, it's delicious, it's filling, it's full of protein, it's going to keep you fuller for longer. So I'm going to use, you can use any bowl, but I'm going to use these glasses. These are like sort of brandy glasses or baby sham glasses, just so it looks pretty. And then I'm just going to share this mixture between the two glasses. So I'm having mine for breakfast, but you can have this any time of day as a healthy, nutritious, high protein snack. Honestly, if you haven't tried this, it goes super creamy. It's just lovely. It changes the texture of the yogurt and the oats. So then I'm going to sprinkle some chia seeds on top. These swell up as well. And this is all going to make you feel fuller for longer. So you only need a few. Just sprinkle them over the top, like so. And then just going to put a raspberry in the middle. Lovely big raspberries these. Where did I pick them up from? Oh, I think they were the co-op. Yeah, they were the co-op. We had to go in. I had my first chemo of this new docetaxel today, and I'll do an update and let you know how it goes. And we just called in local co-op because I just wanted a couple of bits. So I'm just going to pour some honey just round this raspberry, just to give it a bit of sweetness. And that's it. That's my overnight oats. So you can have this any time of day. It doesn't just have to be for breakfast. So these two glasses are going to go in the fridge. And that's what we're going to be having for breakfast tomorrow morning. And if I can remember, I will show you when they come out the fridge, and you can see the chia seeds and the oats are going to swell up. But it looks like a lovely dessert, doesn't it? So you could have this as your, 11s, your evening snack, as a dessert, or even your breakfast. Super easy, super tasty. And you can even make it in, a little plastic storage box with a lid, put it in the fridge. I'm just going to put a bit of cling film over this and just stand them in the fridge. And yeah, it's going to be a nice breakfast in the morning. Okay, so now we're going to do some peanut chocolate chip and rosemary dates. So I've got some fresh dates here. You can already buy them pitted if you want to, so I'm just going to take some of these out. I love dates. Just a few. And then the fiddly bit is just getting the stone out of the middle. So I'm just going to slice them on one side. That's going to allow me to get the stone out. Watch I don't cut my finger. I've already burnt the top of this one, so I'm holding that one out the way. Becky made some lovely pear tart things. She had some pears a friend gave her, and I went to pull one out of the air fryer to send down to my son to try. Yeah, so just taking the pip out the middle. So super easy to do. And I accidentally put my finger on the hot, they had honey on them, and went in the air fryer. It just finished, it was hot. So I just got I run it in the tap for probably about 10 minutes actually, quite a long time. Stop it burning. I just have to keep an eye and make sure it doesn't get infected. So I'm gonna go and get a dry dressing and put on it tomorrow. So yeah, these little pips come out super easy, and then you're left with like what I would describe as 2 boats. And if you want, you can split them. Lovely and sticky. And they're so good for you. And they're sweet as well. So an ideal little treat any time of day. So we can stick that one together. That's it. Oh, lovely. Are these going to be? Okay, I'm just going to wipe my fingers. Stick it there. Then get your peanut butter. So that I've just got a whole smooth peanut butter here, and love this one. So you just take a dollop of peanut butter. Probably better if I have 2 spoons actually. And then you're just going to place this inside each date. And honestly, it's a lovely combination. It really is. So just put that in each one. I did pick up the other day, I think it was from Aldi, some squeezy peanut butter, but I didn't like it because the oil all sat on the top. I'll show you. Where is it? You see the oil on the top, even though you shake it, it still comes out too runny for my liking. So I might see if I can take the lid off and put it in a jar, put it in this jar actually when it's run out, because it's just too runny, like that. Good idea, but no, it's got to be the sticky, gooey peanut butter, isn't it? Well, you can use almond butter, whatever you like. Another thing I like is celery with peanut butter in. That's another nice healthy snack in the evening. And as I say, peanut butter's got a lot of protein in it as well. Obviously you wouldn't give it to anybody that had nut allergies, obviously. Loading these up now. Some people warm the peanut butter before they put it in, but I don't think there's any need for that. I like it nice and thick. To me, it's easier to apply. Okay, a couple more to do. Some in that one there. I think we've got enough to go on that one as well. It's a bit fiddly, a bit messy this bit, but honestly it's worth it. It really is. Actually, I'm going to weld those two together. You can just squeeze them with a sticky and they go together. Let's just put some peanut butter in that one. Perfect. I think we've got one more to do. It's a little one here. Okay, so they've all got peanut butter in. And I am going to lick those spoons before I wash them. I know, terrible, isn't it? But I love peanut butter. And then the next thing I'm going to do is place these chocolate chips on top. You don't have to. They're nice just on their own. But if you want that extra, it's only a little bit of chocolate, isn't it? And I think a little bit of chocolate, you can use milk or dark, whatever you like. A little bit of what you fancy, isn't it? So you've got the sweetness from the dates, you've got the protein and the nutty taste of the peanut butter. And we're even going to add a little tiny sprig of rosemary to each one. I think that just gives another distinction. But you don't have to, you can just have the peanut butter as I said, or you can have your chocolate chips as well. You want 2 or 3 on each one. There we go. Another one on that one, and this one. So about 3 each. And one on there. Oh, that one's for me. 2 for me. Okay, so just wipe my hands. Oh, yeah. Stay there. Okay, sticky fingers again now. Then I'm just gonna move that big knife out the way, and I'm just gonna put a couple of little rosemary twigs, or whatever you call them, only a couple on each one. It just gives a little twist. You don't need many because they're quite grassy, aren't they? Just a couple, so you don't have to add these, but you don't want many. And then put back in the tub what you can, what you haven't used. And then these are going to go into the fridge. And there they are, they're going to go in the fridge just for an hour, a couple of hours, so they go nice and cold and set. And honestly, they're delicious. What a nice healthy snack. Be perfect for Christmas as well, did I mention it? But honestly, they are scrummy. Just takes away that chocolate craving as well, I find. Honestly, they're scrummy. Give them a try. I just had one of the dates with peanut butter and chocolate. Oh, scrummy. Honest opinion, Michael, what did you think?
Very nice.
They're quite rich, aren't they, in filling? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration of some protein meals, snacks and things. So take care, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channels. If you want to hit the hype button, this new hype button, I'm still not sure about that, how it works, but we love you to do that too. And just send us a comment. Let us know what you think of the food we've delivered to you today, the snacks or meals or lunches, whatever we've done. And let us know your favourites. And if you want to share any tips or ideas, then please do. We love the interaction from you. And we've got lots more content coming up. We go live every Sunday, 7:30 UK time. And we really enjoying it. We've been doing it for over 2 years now, and we're great friends. And we just keep in touch through Instagram. We message each other sort of, a couple of times a week. And yeah, we've made a true friendship, and we enjoy bringing you the Sunday Sunshine Show. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.